Anime openings. Skippable to some, a core piece of the viewing experience for others, these short sequences are multifaceted and fun to examine. Broadly, they function as the opening credits for the series you're currently watching, but individually, their artistic direction can vary wildly. Those opening credits can be integrated into the animation itself, for example, or you can just slap them on a black background and call it a day. Animation can range from sliding stills to intricate character movement. Color design can match that of the show itself, or it can be uniquely stylized. The tone can be silly or somber. There are countless ways to construct an anime OP, and the best ones often serve as bite-sized representations of their respective stories that fans can easily return to. The anime itself might not even be a favorite. The OP might just be that memorable. These fans can even form sub-communities around discussions of their most beloved openings. And when that discussion makes its way onto a video-based platform like YouTube, well, then you bite the bite even smaller, and I guess now you're left with crumbs, and then you assemble the crumbs into a ranked list that well, now they're not crumbs anymore. Now you got a whole snack on your hands. And now I'm making a video where I bite into the crumb bites and turn them back into crumbs. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to writing again, and it all started with my current partner. She used to watch a bunch of top 100 anime openings videos and play a drinking game with her friends. So, I don't know why I said used to, she still does, but once we started dating, I naturally picked up this niche interest too. It didn't always come with alcohol. Sometimes we'd throw a list on in the background and half pay attention. But after going through enough of these, I started to get brainworms. As a video editor, I'd sometimes see weird edits or transitions and pettily think to myself, I could do that better. Other times, I'd see lists full of the same popular entries regurgitated with zero personality, as if an AI had compiled a video entirely out of other videos. And I'd wonder, has this person even watched that anime? Or have I reached some kind of YouTube Ouroboros where the content machine has devoured itself for the capital C content, and fans are now ranking things that they've only seen in other ranking videos? So, like a normal mentally stable person, I threw myself headfirst down the fandom rabbit hole. I studied list after list before ultimately deciding to make my own top 100 anime openings video. And I did so hoping I could answer one question. But why, though? Once I started noticing commonalities across this collection of content, I knew I'd inevitably make my own. I've been out of the seasonal anime loop for a few years now on account of... So since the majority of lists featured the same seasonal anime ad nauseum, I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, my unique perspective can impact the landscape of top 100 anime openings YouTube ever so slightly. Add a few more 4:3 aspect ratios to the blunt rotation, you know? Hook new Ranma fans with the current opening so they keep watching long enough for me to show them the better Ranma 1/2 anime, smile. It's not just the same openings that show up everywhere, but the exact same clips, too. Usually it's because of a chorus drop, which tends to be the most energetic part of the song, but it gets pretty samey after a while. If someone features Black Rover in their video, it always foreshadows Blackcatcher higher up the list. If someone features a Fate opening, it's probably Brave Shine. If someone features Inazuma 11, they're Brazilian. And I think that's cool. I'll be guilty of including a few of those clips in my video too, so I'm not above this at all. Peak is peak, I'm afraid. Lane slaps. Ao no Sumika is a bop. One Piece opening 13 is not that good. What I am above, however, is interpolation. So I was gonna record an explanation of what interpolation was, but then I thought about it, and my goal is not to persuade anyone about interpolation. I'm just here to trash it, so I'm not gonna do that. A fair number of these lists are interpolated to 60 FPS. I'm becoming the Joker as we speak. Will I take pride in the fact that I could edit around copyright without resorting to interpolation? Yes. Yes, I will. Because 60 FPS interpolated animation looks terrible and is bad. The first step to making a list video is to make a list, obviously. I watched through all the openings for anime and manga I've completed, arbitrarily scored the ones I thought were good, found the names for each song and artist, and then compiled all that information into a ranked spreadsheet. Here is the spreadsheet. I will heart every comment that includes the spreadsheet. One potential problem I foresee with my list is that it has like 15 different Monogatari openings on it, and that's like a fifth of the video. I could limit the entries per franchise if I wanted to, but I'm not a coward. Who am I gonna offend? The YouTube commenters? The next step to making a list video... Oh wait, I wrote video in all caps for emphasis. The editing process for something like this can be pretty tedious, but I had fun with the musical transitions, like going from Naruto to Orimo. I tried to actually count the beats of the music and match cuts based on that, but some entries worked better than others. I assumed that most of these videos just make their labels with generic lower third plugins. Sometimes they letterbox the footage instead, so I scrolled through my editor's text generators and didn't like any of them. That's not true, there was one that I ended up using for the anime and artist labels, but I decided to just slide it right a bit and make the number block myself. I liked the result for what it was. Partway through, I had to readjust the size of the overlay because the parts didn't actually line up at all. Due to my life circumstances at the time, I was working further from my monitor than normal, so I eyeballed it and was like, yeah, that looks good, and I somehow never thought to actually zoom in on the preview itself. Hi, I'm functional. One thing I felt bad about was that a few of the entries that featured a list of voice actors as the artists simply didn't fit within the dimensions of the overlay, so I had to cut them off at a point. Imagine being a voice actor and having your name reduced to "and others" in the credits of a video made by some random YouTuber that will get seen by maybe 1,000 people. Imagine being a random YouTuber who barely uploaded for like 4 years. Imagine learning to regain your sense of self after having it ripped away from you. Imagine someone with a Sonic the Hedgehog AV calling you a slur in emoji letters. Congratulations, I'm sorry. About 10 entries in, my graphics card started making this noise. I've only had the thing for like a year and a half, but it must have gotten damaged in my cross-country move. Oh right, I drove a U-Haul 800 miles across the country while towing my car behind it. By myself. And I'd never done either of those things before. Look, I made it in one piece, the vehicles made it in one piece. Guess my graphics card couldn't handle it though. Oops. You know, I knew I was making a video about anime OPs, but I didn't realize I'd be discussing anime oops too. Ha ha. How have you not clicked off the video yet? For the thumbnail, I went with something simple enough that I could quickly make it in my video editor. Just a few cropped screen caps of more recent anime that I thought might work for the algorithm. Too many of these videos use what looks like stolen fan art for their thumbnails. It could be AI generated at this point, fuck everything. So I decided to take a bold stance and not steal from artists. Anyway, time to post it and check for copyright. Well, shit. None of the claims were for visuals, because I'm good at this, but the music claims were hell. Basically every Monogatari opening got blocked worldwide. Oops, there's that monkey's paw. I was able to solve some claims by just cutting the clips shorter, but I did resort to pitch shifting a few as well. Out of Control got outright muted. Do other videos simply eat the copyright claims? How did you do it, Bruce? And the rest were mostly just demonetizing claims. I mean, if these companies want to split the 10 cents of ad revenue I theoretically might have gotten on this video 50 different ways, then sure, that's fine by me. Just let people watch my silly little community experiment video. Fuck. On attempt number 4, after many adjustments to just get the thing to the finish line, the video officially went live on the side channel. Everywhere except for Russia, because I did not care enough to fix the things that got blocked there. Time to see if this can have any meaningful impact on the top 100 anime openings of all time meta, or if this was all just a goofy experiment with no real conclusion. Let's see what the comments had to say. Are you woman? Yes? Things I would add to my list that aren't here. As an iconic figure in the OP50 industry, this might be one of the most disappointing I added a word that wasn't there. This might be one of the disappointing top 100 lists to exist. You should be in shame with the amount of kid-offs in this video. Delete your account. Never rank again. Damn, some of the comments were chill, but that's intense. Y'all doing okay? I get it. I'm not doing okay either. This video is fuck. I didn't expect to edit 2 of these by the time I posted this video, but I did. Just as my partner once shared her hobby with me, I've now shared my hobby with her hobby, sharing her hobby with my hobby, sharing her hobby with her hobby, sharing her hobby with my hobby. And then her video outperformed mine, which I shouldn't feel slighted by, but it kind of feels like I lost somehow. Another friend of mine made a list video too, so maybe I did have a non-zero impact. What did we learn here? Anime is fun. Making videos is fun, even when the process of making one is full of setbacks. If you make your own top 100 OPs video, I'm probably gonna see it. Don't be afraid to try new things, I guess? Don't take yourself too seriously? Something like that, yeah. This is what my mind is like on a daily basis, so if you're confused, you're not as confused as I am. Tune in next time for my top 100 anime openings videos video.